Hello America, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode 4. This was going to be up yesterday, but I could not see this. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Eric, yo, I'm sorry. I got one thing to say. I go on Reddit. I'm a Reddit lady, okay? I went on Reddit and they said, who is the most attractive groomsman? I picked Vincent. Why was Vincent in second place? Eric is the most attractive groomsman. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Anyway, Eric and Virginia are cuddling in bed. She has far exceeded his expectations. And they just keep kissing, you know. They did not do the do last night. And then he tells her that he was previously married. Now, let's get into that. We know he was previously married. Everybody knows that. Wasn't Jacob previously married as well? No. Yes. I'm not sure. Anyway, I thought that when this man said he was previously married, I thought it was when he was in his 20s, and you know, it was when he was in the army or the service, and that was then, and he's been divorced for like 7-8 years. That man said he's been divorced for 3 years. They were together for 6 years, and I said 3 years is not a long time, in my opinion, okay? For him to be saying, yeah, I'm completely, like 3 years, that's not really a long time to me. The way that he was, I just knew he was going to say, yeah, I was, 18, 19, went to the service, we wanted to have the sex, so we got married. And, that didn't work out. And we were only married for 5 years, 2 years, honestly. 2 years. And then, that was so long ago. It's been about 10 years since I've been divorced. That man said 3 years. Okay. I was a little shocked. He tells her that, even though he was married, they didn't do the traditional rings and the traditional ceremony and all of that. So this is his first time being, no, it's not his first time being married. It's his first time being ceremonied. Let's go with that, because I don't know. So he goes to visit her parents and tells them that he's been previously married. His father is like, oh yeah, I understand, it's been a minute, so I can get that. I don't think that 3 years is a long time. I'm sorry. I don't think that 3 years, as far as like being divorced, is a long time. I remember something I read a long time ago said that it's going to take half of your marriage to get over half of your marriage to get over it. So this is the 3 years. But anyway, her father says that, if my daughter loves you, I'm going to love you. And I'll be on your side. Her father says that she's very guarded and, she doesn't open up. So, and also she's not 33, she's 26. So, she's going to want to be partying and doing her own thing. Then, Virginia asks his mother if he can be wild sometimes, and she says sometimes, but he won't be the center of the party. Her mother says that being a pilot's wife, you'll be alone about 4 days out of the week, and Virginia said that's great, I like my space, we can have our space together. That would be let me tell you something, 4 days out of the week, bro, that would be, ooh, that would be amazing. Anyway, his mother is like, do you want children? And she's like, I'm 50-50 on it. His mother wants children, but also his mother is a mother to a 33-year-old. she's a 26-year-old. And, you know, some 26-year-olds want children immediately. Some don't. I don't know. I'm not 26. Okay. I'm not. So I wouldn't know that. So then they meet back up, and she's like, you know, I'm not 33, so how is that gonna affect, you know, us? And he's like, as long as it just doesn't affect our relationship, and as long as you know that, like, you wanted to be married, then it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be fine. Virginia says in the confessional that her drinking and always being up for a good time may not be a phase, but her going out and partying may be a phase. He getting on my nerve. I don't know, because, you know, obviously I went on Reddit, so they was like, bro, the whole little scene at the bachelorette party of them making it seem like Virginia was throwing up, it wasn't Virginia. It was Brianna. And I was like, the lies, the lies, the lies. Because, look, because he was like, oh, you want your drink? Yes. What? Like, they had a hotel. Well, Vegas. And I know it has to be strictly because of Corona. Because if I had watched Married at First Sight any other season, then I come on season 12 and I know I'm about to give me a good vacation somewhere nice, and they say, you're going to Vegas. Now I just look like a Venetian blind. Anyway, whatever. Y'all gonna have to deal with me looking like a Venetian. Anyway. So he's like, oh no, I didn't think that we were going to have a drink. He says that he'll have some champagne. Look, they drink their champagne, you know, they talk and everything and blah, blah, blah. But I think that it's going to get very old if he's always like, oh, you want to have a drink? And she's like, yes. Oh, that's what he told her. When I was in college, man, I was wild. I was wild, man. Okay, Eric. I believe you. Anyway, I had something else, but I can't remember what else. Anyway, moving on. So, Claire says that her husband has met her expectations. Ryan says Claire is a big ball of energy, and he very much enjoys quiet time, so he'll see how that goes. She says that the sparks and the physical chemistry won't be hard for them. So the next morning, he finds out that Claire is a sleepwalker and a sleep talker, and they did not go to Pound Town. They are going to be meeting each other's families. Claire says that she went to Bible college for a year, but then she just like stopped going to Bible college and to church. And, you know, Ryan's parents are ministers, and he says that it is important to him as well. So I'm trying to figure out why the experts put, hey, I want someone who believes in organized religion. I don't believe in organized religion. Oh, they're going to be amazing together. Anyway, so she goes to meet his family. His mother says that he isn't messy. His father says that he's very particular. His mother says in her confessional that this isn't what we expected, but if it's God's will. She says that she's always prayed for a woman to love her son and also love God, and I think that was all that they didn't come back to anything else. Ryan tells her family that his main priority is respecting their daughter. Her mother says that communication can be hard. I don't know what her mother said. Her mother said knowing how to argue healthily, because they didn't show her that, but I don't really kind of know what that means. So then Claire and Ryan talk, and Claire says that, you know, she had to learn how to speak up for herself and work through issues instead of putting things off. And so yeah, Haley and Jacob. Okay, Jacob also said on Twitter that every time he talked about his house, it was prefaced, the question that was asked to him was, what have you been doing during COVID? And so he said, you know, my house, and I got a beach, and I got a sauna, and, you know, I got a workout room, and and steak and eggs. And you know, so that's always been prefaced by the question, what have you been doing? So it's not like he just goes around talking about his house, okay? Haley is tired, okay? I don't know that girl, so I don't know her, but to me she seems tired. To me she seems like I'm trying, but he keeps talking about things that I don't want to hear about, or he keeps not talking at all, and it's kind of annoying. He's not even Christina. I mean, he's not even Henry. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but I mean, it's kind of because his parents are not the most hyper people, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, not being hyper, but it's just like, or, you know, an introvert. It's nothing wrong with being an introvert. I'm an introvert. It's just like him going on, I don't, obviously, you know, it's editing, but him talking about the steak and eggs, and then his family saying, you know, he's always been a loner, and, you know, she's like, okay, you know, I'm a very social person, so I don't know how this is going to work. He asks her family, what can he do to surprise her? They say, take her diving. She likes to dive. He says, oh, I got stabbed in the ear with my my glasses when I was younger. So, you know, my ear fills up with water. That's horrific. Okay, I wish you hadn't said that on national television, because I don't want to know that. So, her brother says that she is a hard nut to crack, but stick in there. Then they come together, talk about the meeting, and he brings up his diet again. And Haley says, well, you know, I owe it to myself and to him and, you know, to everyone to just figure out why we were matched. Then they go and they get to Vegas. She done left her phone on the plane. That just gave me anxiety. My phone? No. And he says that, you know, I think that, you know, being intimate, or I think that the intimacy will bring us closer together. That's what he says in his confessional. So I don't really think that she's looking for intimacy with you right now. I just really do not. Okay. We see Vincent. Vincent says it feels like they've known each other. Brianna. It feels like he and Brianna have known each other forever, and it was perfect. He says she looks perfect. She's his type. She says he's her type. She's sexually attracted to her husband, and he's checked off a lot of boxes. He says he feels comfortable with her, and it's one of the best decisions he's ever made. Brianna goes to see his family, and his cousin is like, you know, what do you bring to the table? Girl, don't ask me what I bring to the table. What? Don't ask me what I bring to the table, okay? If your cousin didn't ask me what I brought to the table, why you need to know what I bring to the table? Girl, bye. The experts picked me, okay? Well, that's not a good reason, but the experts picked me. Don't ask me what I bring to the table, baby. Anyway, she done told her what she brings to the table. His cousin says that, you know, if he gets angry, you just gotta calm him down. He goes to meet with her family. He says that he was in a relationship, but he wasn't anymore because he wanted to start his own business, and she was not supportive of it. Her mother says that, okay, that's cool, you know, but do you have a plan B if this does not work out? He says, yeah, I'm getting my real estate license. So they're happy with that. Then they go to Vegas. He finds out that his grandmother had a heart attack. So he's like, if he needs to fly back, he'll fly back. Brianna is there for him. My light just turned off, so it did absolutely nothing. Thank you so much. Brianna is there for him, and he says that makes him feel like he can open up more to her, and that makes him, and it just meant a lot for him, more than she knows, for him to be there, for her to be there for him. Okay. Paige and Chris. It's been so long since I've seen Luke on my television screen. Luke, welcome back, okay? Luke, when I tell you Luke is back, Luke and Kate are back, okay? Number one, they're back. They're back. They're back. They're back. They're back. They're back. I don't even know what to say. Like, I really don't know what to say. Paige talking about her husband, beautiful. And I said, oh, no. She's looking forward to what's to come. Chris says that his initial attraction wasn't a 10, but he felt a vibe going on. Then Paige is sitting there and she's like, Chris went down to go get menus at like 8:50. It's now 10 something and I have not seen him. I called him. He did not respond. He comes back. He says he had a panic attack. Now, I thought that he was going to say, oh, I don't know if y'all know, but it's coming up. I thought, so I don't know if y'all want to hear it, but I'm going to talk about it because it's going to come up like in the show. So it's not really a spoiler. Maybe a spoiler like right now, but maybe next week they're going to talk about it. So it's fine. I thought he was going to say my ex-girlfriend called. She pregnant. I thought he was going to say that. This man said, because, I don't know. He said, I'm having a panic attack. I had a panic attack because you're not cute. That's not what he said, but that's basically what he said. You're not cute to me, but you're cute on paper. On paper, you everything, girl. But in real life, I'm looking at you and I'm like, nah. Okay. So she is very confused because they did the sex twice. And she is very confused because she's like, I don't have sex with people that I'm not attracted to. Well, that's because you're a lady. That's why. So she goes to tell his parents what happened and why she was confused, you know. His father is like, oh, what, golly. His father is like, oh, wow, you know. His mother is like, well, did he have a drink? And she like, well, we had sex twice this morning as well. So did he have a drink this morning? And I just really feel like, I mean, whatever. Anyway, so we do not see Chris talk to Paige's parents. Where's our parents? I think, I don't know, but I think she told her friends, and her friends was like, yeah. So then Chris talks to his father and his mama and his everything, because he didn't talk to her mama and her daddy and her sister and her brother, which he didn't talk to any of her family, which is so weird to me. Like, he didn't talk to them and they just said, okay, come on, let's move on. Like, okay. His father is like, why'd you have sex with her, son? And he said, I was just trying to find an attraction. So then he goes to Paige and he's like crying. Not crying, but he's shedding a tear or two. And she sat down. She said, why are you crying? And he said, you going to tell my parents about my sex life? I'm from Chicago, bro. And I'm like, whoa, what that mean? You about to, like, beat her up or something? Like, you about to put out a hit on her or something? Like, you about to get somebody to beat her up? You don't disrespect family, bro. So he's mad. She's like, well, I talked to my guy friends, and they said that it's weird to have sex with somebody you're not attracted to. He's like, you telling your guy friends I'm your husband? So, Then, you know, they go out in the hallway. He says, "You disrespected me." And she's like, "So you didn't disrespect me by saying I was ugly and you hated me and I was stupid and you only liked me on paper, but in person you think I'm the worst person in the world?" And he was like, "No." So she goes to get her hair done. Honestly, I'm not as invested in this because I've seen Luke and Kate. I know how this ends, okay? I know how this ends. There wasn't a baby involved with Luke and Kate, but I know how this ends. So I'm not really shocked. You know, she's sitting up here talking about God has put us together. Girl, and I owe it to myself to work it out. Girl, okay, work it out, work it out, work it out. Anyway, so that smile he had when she came back in the room, like, you don't even like her. So he says, "I apologize, you know," and she was like, "Yeah, you know, I was checked out, but I'm gonna be checked back in." And now they cool, and you know, they gonna want to spend time with one another. And then time to one another, is that what I said? Time with one another. And then Chris said, "Nothing worse can happen now. We're all good. It can only go up from here." Little do you know, Chris. Or maybe you already knew. Anyway, they said that they're going to work on each other. They're going to work on their delivery, you know, and how they say things. Because he was like, "I'm cool." Wait. When he took off his shirt, she was helping him take off his shirt. And he said, "I have a huge chest." Bro, why did I expect a huge chest? Why did I believe him? And he took off that shirt and he had starter breasts and a flabby stomach. And I said, "Sir, do you mean like a huge like chest cavity?" I don't know what you mean, because I don't know what a huge chest means, especially on, that's not, anyway. What do you want me to say? I was shocked when this happened to Luke and Kate. They have just speeded up the process and have added a baby, and it's going to be a bumpy ride, and I am all for it. So I'm done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or visit my website. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.